Hero Quest is what led to all of this. Hi, I'm Navin, and I started Paintedfigs. Today I want to talk to you about Warhammer Quest from 1995. For those of you who are my age or older, you'll know what Warhammer Quest is. For everyone else watching, Warhammer Quest is not a game that was ever so recently re-released. It is a game from 1995. It is a dungeon crawling classic with RPG elements, and it evolved out of older games like Hero Quest or deep in the DNA. And they have made for, well, something like this, as you can see. Like many of Games Workshop's best games, Warhammer Quest is out of print and has been out of print for decades. So the way people get around this, of course, is just make your own. So if you're gonna make your own, in this day and age, the obvious next step is, do we do it in 3D? And if you're gonna do it in 3D, do you wanna go a little nuts and scale it up? This board, I believe, should be 1/4 of the size, but that's childhood. That's when parents are deciding how much pocket money you have. What about when you're the parent? That's when stuff like this happens. So this was a print and paint job we did for a client. Everything you see here, except for some of these figures we put here for scale, were done on Ender 3v3 filament printers. So everything here, right down to this dragon over here, is a filament print. When we started doing this, we literally had no idea how all this was going to work together until we started putting fully painted and printed elements together on the table to see what we had done. And that was when we saw the vision that the client was going for here. Something that I asked questions about, like, do we really want the squares to be this large? And he was very keen on it, and so we did it. And then we saw the appeal, because this is, look, everything that our generation, like I'm Gen X, you may be Gen X, if so, if not, you're welcome. Everything that we're doing now is, but what if we could do it our way? When we were younger, we were limited by budgets, we were limited by what you could see on television, what parent groups would let you see on television. Captain Power, they took it down, but my God, it's so good, you can still find it. What happens when you don't have to worry about how many things can fit in a box? What happens when you don't have to worry about how many things can fit on the table? At least for however short amount of time your spouse will let you. This is what that looks like. We are in a golden age of gaming, at least for us, where we have the freedom to do mad things, and it's very easy to do mad things. And this was a mad thing that we got to have a part in. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed being able to talk to the younger people in the office. For example, our head of building, who was in the room being very quiet while we were filming this, she was born when Warhammer Quest was created. So it's nice to have opportunities with projects like this to talk to these people about our heritage as gamers, our heritage as geeks, which is all available. In Sri Lanka, it's particularly a problem. Like imagine you're taking some children around to Kew Gardens in England or the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and they don't know that this is their background. They don't know this is where they come from. That's what it's like trying to teach younger geeks in this country about where we come from. So projects like this, they raise questions, people are interested, they want to know. I get to, as a graybeard, tell them where we come from. We come from places like Warhammer Quest in 1995. Thank you for watching. So, in our last video, you were not supposed to put the sexy man thing in there.
I'm sorry?
You're sorry.
Okay.
What have we talked about? Sorry.
It doesn't matter if you don't take responsibility. I'm chained.
You're going to put this in there as well, aren't you? You're going to make yourself look like the good guy, me the villain.
I've done nothing wrong.
Well,
Captain Power and the soldiers of the future.